sometimes like you want to challenge yourself and you have this little list of what you think good enough looks like, but sometimes you got to be careful when you make those lists, because sometimes certain things aren't achievable, or sometimes you let yourself down, and then now you feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not, like I always say, like, oh, I'm gonna be a better father, dad, a better husband, better this and that. And then it's like, if you make this list of what that looks like, and then you don't meet that list this day or whatever the case may be, then you're like, then you're right back. You're never out of that mindset. You're always like, I need to be a better dad. And I think it's more about just being content in the job that you're doing, but challenging yourself, you know?
I think I struggle with that. Well, I know I struggle with that, right? Like, it's one of those things where maybe we're too busy, man. Like, who in the world, who made this concept of we have to work 8-9 hours a day for 5 days a week, you get 2 days off? Like,
so now
no. I'm saying if you look what
it's called capitalism. The Bible, now you was taking a hard right. Now you sound more like you a communist.
I thought about this, right? Because the Bible talks about when Adam and Eve sinned, right? And he said, God said, because you've done this, right? Because you disobeyed me and you ate from the fruit, now women will give birth.
Yeah,
you will suffer in birth, and you will work for the rest of your life, right? So I think about, like, it's biblical to work, but like we have like no days off concept. Like, dude, like we just work so much, and then we get home and I go to practices, and I like how much time. I'm speaking for myself, right? Yeah. I have an athletic family. They do sports. We're so fast paced. I feel like I don't have enough time. Like, I never have enough time. I don't know about you, but
I'm a very good multitasker. So I could literally be reading a book, playing a video game, watching a YouTube video, hanging out with my kids, talking to my kids. But it's what I multitask those things. Are they the right things, if that makes sense?
And are you really paying attention?
I feel like I am. But like I said, I might be reading this book, talking to my kids about this show. You know what I'm saying? Where instead of talking about the show, I could be talking about God's word. Because sometimes they don't want to sit there and hear it like that.
Yeah,
so you gotta find like little.
Yeah, you gotta fit it in there.
This is a good teaching time.
No, I get that. I just sometimes, and that going back to not being enough, or like there's so much, like we're so busy, so consumed. I have a great marriage. I feel like it, but even we struggle, dude. Like sometimes my wife is like, I don't feel loved enough. I don't feel like you're paying attention to me. Like, I work, then we go to practice. Like, I don't want to be just there, right? So how do we maneuver, and how do we try to be the best husband, the best father that we can be? And that's why I stopped drinking, because I was present, but I wasn't present. Like, I would be there, but I was partying and drinking, and I wouldn't pay attention like the kids and that. And now I'm trying not to allow like television to substitute that or whatever, right? Like, you're there, but you're really not there. And like, we try to make our kids come out of the rooms, like hang out, at least for a while. I get it. They want to be alone. They want to go play Xbox, whatever. Yeah. But we try to eat together. But I still don't feel like I'm good enough. As a father, as a husband, as a employee, employer, like whatever, dude. Like, it's so fast paced. I don't know how to fix that.
Me personally, I'm in a place where I'm just trying to go with the flow and not even think about all that. Because if I think about it all, like, oh, I gotta, and this, like I said, this is me. Like, oh, we have to have dinner as a family tonight. We have to this and that. Like, it's just too much. It's like, just chill out, dude.
So do you guys pray together and read the Bible together, or devos?
Not consistently, no. But yeah, I would. It's always been something I would like.
Even that, like, we've tried.
That even takes some sort of a wisdom behind it, and then some gentleness on my part. Because if I try to lead something or hold it, and I get like some sort of backlash, or
they're not paying attention, or like,
it can go south real quick. It can go south real quick.
I get that too. I see that. We've tried, dude, and once again we're like, all right, we're gonna do Devo. We're gonna talk at least a couple days a week, and we try to pray together.
Like I was reading something the other day, and it stood out to me. Like I was reading Judges, Deborah, the old girl that put the tent peg through the dude's head. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The story. So anyway, I was reading it and I looked more into it, and then I was like, you know what? I called my daughter and we talked about, X, Y, and Z, because it just felt like a good moment, and I feel like I get received better when that happens. And I pray. I don't want to say a lot because I've seen what praying a lot looks like, but I feel like I somewhat pray. I don't want to give myself a hard time and not say that I don't have a prayer life, because I feel like I do, and I have a very special way of doing that if I'm not just praying while I'm running. Like I have a time and a way that I do things that might be ritualistic, but it's a good, like a prayer closet type thing and all that. And every now and then I'll take one of my kids into that moment with me, and then I see that they probably think I'm crazy and they're bored or whatnot, but I know that they're experiencing that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I remember that because like my parents would go to church or we'd have like prayer night, right? And then, dude,
pray for
old
5 hours.
School Pentecostal, like praying,
5 hours.
tongues, bro. Like, and I'm 5 years old, sleeping under the bench. Like, but I remember that, right? And those are things that impacted me, and I remember that my parents had this supernatural like power, like to pray, and like I do believe that's why we're almost disconnected from God sometimes. Like if you look at that prayer life and that intense, like you've talked about it, your pastor had, like they pray for hours and hours, and I'm like, I could barely get like 5 minutes in. And
that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's why you feel what you do. My pastor had his time that he set aside to pray, where he would get on his knees on the chairs and crouch to God by himself. But when he woke up, he was praying. Like his persona was praying.
Yeah.
So I think if we mature to like whatever it is into that sort of lifestyle, then maybe you wouldn't feel those.
So I go back to the pace though. Like I'm not good enough. I don't have enough time. Like
you've never sat. Like I'm gonna be real quick.
Yeah.
You've never sat back and questioned yourself.
As far as what?
Because like you think about, if I love God.
Oh, I know. I get what you're saying.
If I love God and I'm really a follower of God, wouldn't this just be a little bit different?
A little bit like what?
Not easier, but maybe I would seek first with all your might and all your this and that. You know what I'm saying? You've never questioned yourself? Because I do all the time.
So you're saying I'm a hypocrite?
I don't know.
Lukewarm Christian.
I'm not God. I'm asking you because these are questions I raise to myself. Is sometimes I question and then you reach out to some people, and some people are like, no, that's the devil just getting in your head trying to make you.
I do. I think it's kind of like what Paul talks about though. Like, why do I do the things that I want to do, but then I do the thing that's stupid? It's not a stupid verse. I should never say the Bible's stupid. It's hard to. It's not stupid. It's complicated.
God.
Why do I? Why that just? I was gonna say stupid verse. I was gonna say stupid
Jesus.
verse.
Lord help it. God,
I was gonna say stupid verse.
If you're striking.
It's not stupid. It's because I've never been able to like say it right. Why do I do the things that I don't want to do?
I don't want to do. The spirit's willing, but the flesh is weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, I know. But it's hard.
But it's like that. Like I want to do it. Like I want to be better. I want to pray more. I want to fast.
Do you want to, or do you just kind of want it? When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe.
I don't know. I want to lose weight, but then I don't do it. I want to work out more. I want to eat healthier. I just don't do it.
Yeah. You just got to do it.
If I could just do it, I would just do it.
But I think maybe you don't. You think you want to do it, but it's not what you really want.
My wife says it's the frontal lobe. My frontal lobe. I don't know what that means.
No, I think there's a lot of things that we as men and people that we think we really want to do, but deep down we don't really want to do it. And I'm not saying that in like serving God. I just think there's other things like it would be nice to have a nice body. It'd be nice to be in shape or whatever, but you really don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to put in the work.
Yeah.
So you willing to put in the work. If you want to do it, then you will. You'll find a way or something like that. And I do believe in that to a certain degree. I do think
that if you really wanted it, you would do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I've been wanting, like, I look at myself in the mirror sometimes, and I'm like, ugh. I don't even know how my wife sleeps with me sometimes. Maybe she wonders that same thing too. but I know I need I know I need to lose weight. It's bad. I'm like 40 pounds overweight.
Let's let the audience decide, dude. Take your shirt off and show it. Yeah, but what is that?
Arms, though.
What is that? Like, okay, that's one thing, but following God and making time out for God and this and that. You know what I'm saying?
But that goes back to like not feeling like I'm good enough. I don't have enough time.
Well, that's when you say, okay, I'm gonna start counting my calories.
I would do it.
I'm gonna get this. And
I tried to count my calories. I didn't even know what macros were.
But what I'm saying
I started to figure it out.
Maybe you're putting too much on yourself, and it's like, don't even think about it. Just do it. Don't put any pressure on it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've started to just like work out, and I eat what I eat. As long as I'm trying to be better. It's okay to have a donut every now and then.
Yeah.
Just don't eat 5.
And that's what it is. Maybe make a list of 10 things on what I need to do to get in shape or to be a better Christian, whatever you think, and then just choose one of those things. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry about, I got to hydrate. I need to eat 3 times a day. I need to this and that. Pick one thing. Like, make a list and then pick one thing on that list and be like, this one thing is what I'm going to try to hit every day.
I know. What? I just feel like a failure all the time. Like I even try.
No wonder you're so.
Like, this was a new year, and I'm like, I'm getting up at 4.
Yeah.
Like, people do it all the time, right? I'm getting up at 4.
My life's better when I wake up early.
Work out before I leave. Like, before I go to work, my alarm goes off. I'm just so tired.
Yeah.
I'll sleep another 30 minutes. Before I know it, it's like 6, and I'm rushing to go to work.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things where, like, I want to do it, but do I really want to do it? Do I really want to get closer to God? Do I really want to read my Bible more?
Maybe just make it to where you can wake up whenever you're going to wake up, but then you still spend those few minutes with God.
He deserves more than a few minutes.
Well, I'm just saying, like, whatever. You know what I mean? If you think he does deserve more than a few minutes. But if you start thinking,
but if I
you're
can't
never gonna think
baby steps.
You're never gonna feel like, you know what I'm saying?
I got you, man. I get it.
Yeah, maybe you're putting too much on.
There's,
and I'm saying this because this is where I'm at, because this is the where a lot of, like, you know, we went into, you know, recent events in my life, and this, I say recent, well, it is kind of recent, but it was a while ago. And one thing I put a lot on me to where I need to be a better Christian. All these different things where I'm just trying to achieve. I'm trying to do better. And I feel like it's like, dude, just chill out. There's like a joy and a peace that comes from God. He's like, just love me. You strive, you do the best you can. You get in my word and all this stuff. You know what I mean? But don't make anything legalistic. And you do the best that you can. You're gonna fail. You're gonna miss the mark as a dad. Yeah. You're gonna miss the mark as a husband, as a friend, as all that stuff. You're gonna as a friend. No,
you failed me.
No. You like, we're gonna miss the marks. You know what I'm saying? But you can't dwell on that.
No, I know, man. I tried to tackle this year. Like, there's a scripture that talks about like love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, all your strength. So I thought about it. How can I be better with my mind? Love the Lord.
Transformed
by the renewing your mind.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Right.
By the
scripture, by reading it, by applying the things that you read. Right.
Medication.
That's a good topic, mental health.
Yeah.
And then it was like trying to talk about, like, we talk about love the Lord with all your heart, all your mind.
Yeah.
Heart, mind, and strength. And to me, that comes with physicality, right? like it's no joke. Like there's being healthy gives you more energy.
It does.
And in that, I probably would give more time to God, right? In all honesty, I don't need as
you have
much.
a better quality of life, but I've seen some pretty big people be good Christians.
Mm,
Dang.
I'm just saying, dude. Like when we
But
talk,
no.
when we talk about like, is that being obedient to God? Being like 200 pounds overweight?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, right? Like that. So
I don't
we
think
clown on the
if you
dude.
die and you're big, I don't think God's gonna send you to hell because you was fat though.
But yeah, we talk to people. We like we we condemn people who drink or say bad words, but yet I can't control my body weight and I'm 200 pounds overweight, but I'm a great pastor. Is that wrong? Is that wrong or what?
I don't know. It says that
Which
love,
causes
it says that
which
love,
causes heart disease, which causes
it says that love covers
diabetes.
a multitude of sins.
So because these guys love, it's
Maybe
covering
if
their
you're big, fluffy, but you're lovey.
You just said lovey, bro.
Big, fluffy, but lovey.
No, I'm joking, but I'm not kind of. But in reality, I talked to myself and I was like, I'm gonna get healthier because it's gonna help me in every aspect of my life. When I talk about a well-balanced life, it's mentally, physically.
What do they call it?
Spiritually,
holistic,
and materialistically. So cover those real quick. Obviously, mentally, mental health, how you're doing, stress, depression, right? Physically, my body, what I'm eating, what I'm drinking, I'm working out. Spiritually, the disciplines, am I reading, am I praying, am I fasting, am I worshiping? And then materialistically, like what is your life like materialistically? I'm talking about bills, right? Bills, do I have cars that I need? I'm not talking about Escalades. Do I have a house? Those kind of materialistic things cause stress, which in then turn affects your mental health, affects your stress, like your physical. I don't want to work out because I'm stressed. So those four things, mental, physical, spiritual, and materialistic, keep us well balanced.
I think of the verse that says, be still. Be still and know that I am God. That's what I'm trying to get.
What does that have to do with the four things I just said?
I think because you're thinking of all four of it. Like
just do one of it.
You're mentioning all of it, and I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm like, golly, I got finance. You know what I mean? And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like, God, I got physical. I got the house of this and that, and then I think like, because this is where I've been going, because I've felt like that, and I feel like God's saying like, be still, and there's a peace, there's a joy. You know what I'm saying? Like, slow down, bro. Slow down. Relax.
That's good advice. I'm gonna slow down.
That's what I feel. And I feel like in slowing down, you find yourself doing more. That's why I think, you know, they talk like deployments, service members, deployments are always easier because life is kind of slowed down. You know what I mean? You can focus on your fitness. I personally would read the Bible more. Like everything I say that I want to be when I'm on deployment, I'm doing it. Besides the time I got in the fight, you know what I mean? But like I'm reading my Bible more. I'm fitness. I'm doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's because I feel like life is kind of slowed down and it's not all this pressure. But then, you know, our partners too, and we should be with our spouses. We shouldn't be putting more pressure on them.
Yeah.
Or on each other either. So.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's kind of what was on my heart for this one. It was just talking about like I just never feel like I'm doing enough. I don't have enough time. I'm never good enough. But I'm not like depressed or like it's not like getting to there. It's just like how do we be better fathers, better husbands, better friends, better Christians, better co-workers? I think a lot of it is the distractions that the pace that we push ourselves to because of this no days off culture and like if you're not doing, it's almost like if you're not doing something, you're lazy. Yeah. Like if you're not, like you guys are just relaxing at home, you should be cleaning your yard, or you should be like there's this like culture, like stigma of like no days off, and like that's why it's biblical. Like the Sabbath was like just chill, like just rest, renew your mind. That was
one day.
It was one day.
So the rest of the week you need to put in that work.
Okay, I guess I will.
I guess to me, this is me. If I have too much time with nothing, that's when I tend to, you know what I'm saying? I can't remember how my pastor got it, but he talked about the days being wicked and then like being busy.
Yeah.
Like to me, I have to be busy because that's what keeps me.
Because that's when your demons creep in.
And just that, it keeps me in the right direction. Something to do. If I'm just lounging around, not doing anything, and this and that, like I feel like eventually I'm gonna slip up or do something or thoughts or this and that. That's me. But I do think it's good to take the days, the time to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll just chill out. Take it easy, as you said. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, don't overthink it. Relax.
So I am good enough?
I think it's good to challenge yourself to think, to ask that question, are we good enough? But don't get overwhelmed by it.
Okay, I'll do that.
So I think you're good. I think you're good enough, but don't be content with that.
So don't be good enough. I'm very confused right now. I am good enough or I'm not good enough?
Always challenge yourself. If you died right now, are you good enough?
I don't know. No, I'm scared. I don't know. I
think we should live every day.
Okay.
Time's not on our side. That's all I do know.
You're right. I'm gonna go work out.
Time's not. Yeah. Time's not on our side. You know what I'm saying? We never know when we're gonna meet the maker. That's one thing I do know.
Yeah, you're right. All right, bro. Good talk. Peace out, man.
You want to go to McDonald's?
Nope. I'm gonna go work out.
Hey, thanks guys for tuning in. Lino and Chuck D. Again, we ask that you like, share, and subscribe. Tune in next time for another awesome episode.